On the next episode of Project XB, we are going to fix or replace this indicator stalk, because if it ever focuses, yes, this is broken. That's actually the horn, so that's supposed to be up there. When you press down, it makes the horn work. The indicators don't work, and I sort of suspect that it's got something to do with that. Plus, I have to replace it anyway, because the end of that's all broken and stuffed, and I don't really know how to fix the end of that. It's all jammed up and pretty well buggered, so I've got another steering column there with another indicator stalk in it, but the bottom of it has been all abused and chopped up, so we'll be going down into here later and taking off this bracket, getting the wiring out from underneath it, pulling it up through the steering column, steering wheel off, and we will replace the indicator stalk. And we'll have to do some joining and soldering to make the two work together, but we need to have indicators and a horn button for it to be legal. So we'll rip the steering wheel off, rip that steering wheel off, get them both apart, and then we'll do some soldering and soldering, and we'll see if we can make a good one out of the two of them. Also, I did get the headlights working yesterday with this switch. I just rocked it back and forward like 600 times till it worked. Yet another way Fords fix themselves. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to take the screw out of the back of each side, and horn pad off. Well, horn's that, but you know, you'd think that's a horn pad. Take that off, take the wheel off, and get that out, and all the guts out of the column. It's one of the less fun jobs, but we've got to do it, eh? Once you've successfully removed your steering wheel, which looks a little sad actually, I didn't do that to it, that was just how it was. I was like, ooh. You will notice this is a really original car. I'm really stoked about this. I don't think anybody's had this wheel off. Cool. The little cancelling cam off. Spring behind it. And we just slide out this question. Try and slide out this, basically a blanking sleeve that pops in the end of, basically it just fills the hole. I mean, it's not super necessary. If you didn't have one, I don't think it would be a showstopper. And well, I'm going to try and do this left-handed. Yeah, screw this, I'll do it right-handed. If I was in my workshop, I'd use a power drill, just go have it off in 3 seconds. And then these dashboards are awesome for making little tables. I also love the design of these dashes. Very similar to an XA, and for the uninitiated, so if people do know this, please ignore, but this is for people who don't know the difference between an XA and XB Falcon dashboard, even though at a quick glance they look the same. See this finish? So they call it the wrinkle finish. On an XA Falcon, that's smooth. That whole face is dead smooth. But like all Fords, late in the production, they start moving on to the next one. So you'll find very, very, very late made XAs will have the XB wrinkle finish in them from factory. So that's some stuff to look for. So yeah, that's one of the quick telltale signs of the differences between them. Is XA is a smooth finish, XB is a wrinkle finish. Also different colours, because XA's had quite a few more colours to choose from in the dashboards. I think XB's were mostly black or brown. It's like you got the choice of black, black or black. Like the Model T Ford. You have any colour you want, as long as it's black. Which is not true, you could get any colour you wanted. Balls. Pick you back up. Put you back up there. Hopefully this slides off. Oh, would you look at that? So, nice original little doodad with the hoo-ha. And I wonder if that light globe works in there. Could find out in a second. Hello. Oh, look at that. Hello, Mrs. Pommel Horse. I'd like to get down now. Look at that. After all these years, still works. I gotta fix that switch. It's not brilliant. Ooh, this just made my life 50 times easier. If I was a Tibetan girl, I'd be super pretty. I reckon. Oh, it's been a while since I've played one of these. It looks like there's a plug right here. It tells me I might be able to just change the switch, because I know on some of them it might be XCs. The XC you might not be able to change, but it looks like this one can have that undone from there. Yeah, if you pull it up a little bit, yeah, looks like that's removable from there. We'll get it off and change it and see what happens. But stay tuned. Yeah, would you look at that? I just had to turn the camera off for 30 seconds so I could do this. And there, I forgot that XBs could do that. Some model, maybe it's XCs, but one of them, the whole lot and the wiring is all together, maybe. I just remember that. It has been quite some time since I played with one of these, but I had forgotten. But that's a awesome discovery. I am stoked with that, and hopefully that other steering column is the same, and this switchgear will change out, and then I won't have to take half the column apart and all that shit to change it out, because you got to get that wiring out. That's a damn good discovery. Love that shit. So I've run into a slight problem, and I think this is due to the XB having an update halfway through them. So in somewhere in 75 to 76, XB did an update for ADR emissions and shit like that. It changed shitloads of stuff on the car. Now, that was an XB steering column over there, but I reckon that was a 75 or 76 car, because this is the indicator stalk that came out of it, and it's exactly how I thought it was. How I thought this one was going to be. All these wires attached to the end of it, permanently soldered on. And it had already been butchered by somebody else, so... So, I'm going to attempt to clean this one up. I also stole the end off the good one, well, the second-hand one, and put the end back on that, so the horn bit should work again. But I might just spray the inside of that with some contact cleaner. Check out the fuses and the flasher can, and see if I can get the indicators working that way. I don't really want to butcher up this XB to put in effectively the wrong indicator stalk in it, so we'll have a bit more tinkering and see how we go. Reinstalled it, cleaned it up inside, fixed the hornet. Now I was like, now where's the flash can? Pulled all this apart in here, feeling around. I can't feel it anywhere in there. I need to find it. I found those two wires that are going to nothing. I know the flash can lives behind in this region. I can't feel it anywhere in there, so I'm going to refer to the Holy Bible on these cars, the Book of All Knowledge, which is a factory workshop manual. And if you've got one of these cars, I would recommend you go get yourself one of these. It can be found on eBay fairly easily. You just got to pay for it. I think this was like $70, 75 or something like that. But XB Falcon ZG Fairlane. I'm going to refer to this and see if I can find out where 100% the flash can is. I actually suspect it's been removed from this car, because it wouldn't surprise me. The car did a whole pile of nothing, and sometimes bits get raided from them. So I'm going to go try and find it. If it's not there, I'm going to install one. The way to fix the flasher can, fix the indicators, is to install a flasher can. So the back tail light indicators are not working, but the front ones are. And working perfectly. So I've got to put some globes in the back, I think. But how about that? I know why it didn't work. Somebody pinched it. One thing at a time. It's pretty awesome. I know I'd call that a win for the day, wouldn't you? Corrosion on the taillight lens, taillight wiring plug to the actual taillight holder was broken. Resoldered that, cleaned it all up with a wire wheel. Now we're giggling. We have indicators front and back on this side. I'm just going to do the same on the other side. But I would call that a job well done. And we didn't have to put in an indicator stalk and butcher up the wiring. I really didn't want to have to do that. So now it's all original, unmolested. We'll slap it back together and we'll wrap this episode up on this. It's not much of one, but this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing. All the getting this car up and running and making everything work again, and run you through all the little nooks and crannies of this car. It should be a fun journey. You'll either like it or you won't, but we'll be tinkering with this car a lot, as often as I can. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.